Hello everyone, and welcome to another Ark video. Today, we are going to be talking about the new piece added to Ark Survival Ascended, the Thin Pillar. I'm going to show you a couple creative applications that I found for the Thin Pillar and what you can do with it, and then I'm going to throw them all together into a build. Without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? For our first application of the Thin Pillar, we have ourselves a dark room here. We're going to want to add some lighting to this room, and the thin pillar is a great way to do that. All you need to do is place a thin pillar onto the ceiling like that, and then take some wall-mounted torches and place them around the outside of the thin pillar. This allows us to create a neat little chandelier design. It adds lighting to a build and also adds a little bit of creativity. The next use that I have come up with for the thin pillars is to use them as signposts and otherwise displays for trophy displays, canvases, signs, and you can even get a little creative and spin some signs around to make a circular sign or a hexagonal sign using the metal signs. You can also combine them with a couple half walls to create a little message board. Another use that I had is using them to create these little goalposts if you wanted to create a sort of racetrack or otherwise some kind of banner design. You can also make a nice tall tower using the thin pillars and make yourself a nice little flag using the tech half walls, which I find are some of the best pieces to use for painting. For the third use of the thin pillar, what we want to do is go ahead and expand on one of the other ideas we used earlier. So what you want to do is place down a half wall like so, and then you're going to place down a thin pillar like that so that it's halfway stuck into the ground. Get rid of the half wall, and then you will have just the half thin pillar sticking out of the ground like that. Now you take your trophy display and you're going to want to put it just on the tip there like that, right in the middle. So from here you have a couple options on where to go next, but I like to use the gravestones for the backing and the sides of the chair. So you're going to want to place these down with the text box facing the opposite direction of the display. And then you can place down the sides. Just make sure you intersect them with the sides of the backing. Again, with the text box facing on the outside. Now you have your basic shape. If you want to add usable seatings, what I recommend doing is starting with 2 toilets. So you have a couple options here as far as where you want the backing to be. You can have it exposed or you can hide it within the trophy display itself. I'm going to do about right there. That way we can see a little bit of the wood there and it's hiding the backing of the gravestone. You're going to want to put another one just to the side of it. Like so. Now for the next part is going to be the actual seat of the throne so that you're right in the middle, and that's exactly where you want to place the chair. You want it to be just in the middle and place it down like so. This lets you make sure that if you want to sit on the sides, you sit on the toilet, and if you want to sit in the middle, you sit on the wooden chair. You can expand on this throne design by adding little details like artifact pedestals. And you can further decorate it with paint to suit whatever kind of mood you're interested in displaying with your build. Also, by no means do you need to only use that design for the throne. Another method you can use is placing down a second display just underneath the first. Then you can place chairs on the sides like so. And then place one in the middle. Again, allowing you to sit right in the middle of the throne. I encourage you to play around with different materials and pieces to create any kind of seating you might desire. The next use of the thin pillar is to create a cell bar structure. First, we're going to use the layering technique from another video of mine. First, we'll place down a ceiling. Then, in the direction that we intend for the jail cell bars to go, we'll place down 2 half walls. From here, we'll place down a triangle wall, just like so, with half of it hanging down towards the inside. Then on the tip of the triangle, we'll place down another thin pillar. Snap it just below that, and then what you need to do here is make sure that you provide support to your structure, so you can build either a thick pillar or a thin pillar below that. That will provide it with support. Then when you destroy the ceiling, It destroys everything except for that last thin pillar that we placed into the ground. From here, we'll place another thin pillar up and repeat that process. And just like that, we have created ourselves a gel cell wall. You can add a fun element to any window wall by utilizing the layering technique with a thin pillar again. Once again, simply place down a ceiling in the direction away from the window. Then on the opposite side, go 2 half walls up. Once again, place a triangle, but this time you want to make sure that it's facing the center so that the point is going right over top of the middle of the window. Then place your thin pillar again on the point of the triangle and follow it down and make sure to give it foundation support at the end. So from here, you can either place down your pillar, or if you want it to be a little bit shorter, go ahead and place down a half wall attached to the pillar, like so. And then you can get a shorter pillar. Either way, the next step is the same. You're gonna go to the inside of the window here. You're gonna take out your trophy display, place it right on the top there so that it's taking up most of the window. You're gonna approach the trophy display and place in your dragon trophy. And utilizing this method, you can create a dragon peeking in through your window. So that's all of the creative uses that I've currently found for the thin pillar, although I'm sure that there are many, many more to be discovered. Now I thought it'd be fun to quickly combine as many of those tips together in one build as we can. Let's see what we can come up with. So here is what we have created utilizing the thin pillar and our creative ideas we've come up here. So we have created ourselves a little throne room with some imprisoned dragons behind some jail bars. And up on top, of course, we have our lovely chandelier. This is just a few cool ideas that you could come up with using the thin pillar, and I'm sure that there are probably a lot more to be discovered. I hope that this video can be of use to you in creating your own new creative builds using the thin pillar structure piece. If there are any ideas that you think I missed, please leave them in the comments. I am eager to see what else people come up with utilizing this new piece. So that's going to be about it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!